So join me today for a little walking tour. We're going to start off here from the Wanaburee resort, which is pretty much just at the end of the Khao Lak beach here. You've got the Andalay restaurant, which is just here next door. We're in November, end of November, nearly December. So I was here in low season, and I did a few walkthroughs of the beach in low season. Now we're in high season. I'd just like to do another walking tour just to give people an idea what it's like, different types of seasons. So unfortunately we've not got the weather since I've been here in Thailand. I've been here for about a week now. Started off in Hoi Hin and travelled down here on coach to Khao Lak. We've not had the weather. It's been a bit like this, so unfortunately you get what you're given. Apparently it's lovely around Pattaya and the islands around that area, but as you come down south there's a bit of a rain cloud hanging around. It's been here for a while. Now, last time I stayed for quite a while, we stayed at the Bayfront, which is just behind me. I've just had a little walk through there. I didn't film it, I just had a little nosy. It's absolutely packed. When we were there, we pretty much had the place to ourselves. I think there's about 4 or 5 other guests there when we were there. Had a walk down here this morning around breakfast time, and all these hotels, the restaurants were busy and people would just get the towels out. So a lot more people here. Sea's lovely and calm. So there's loads of people in the sea. You've got the pool temperatures quite, I'm not going to say nippy, but it's not as warm as it could be. But the sea temperature is fabulous. Really warm, really pleasant in there. You can spend all afternoon in the ocean. So you're interested to know what the sea temperatures are like this time of year? Spot on. I think the pools are in the shade a lot, so they don't always heat up until the end of the high seasons, when it gets quite humid. Now, I did buy myself a gimbal, and I'm not using it today. I'm just using the stabilisation on the camera. I'm going diving tomorrow, and this morning I packed all my equipment up in the diving bag and dropped it off at the dive centre. So I left the gimbal in it, and unfortunately I've not got it with me. It would have been handy. When I walked past earlier on, a couple of hours ago, you can see the wow. He's laughing at me. You can see where the water came up to. There's quite a few people in the sea. When the sun comes out, this is absolutely beautiful. It doesn't half make a difference. What I have noticed, I've followed quite a lot of people in the forums and asking questions on Facebook groups. Their channel's got quite busy since I've started it, so I get a lot of emails. So if you want to ask a question, feel free, and if I've got the answer, I will answer it for you. A lot of people asking what the weather's like this time of year. And people have been saying, it's fabulous. Always sunny. It's warm, it's 31. All these hotels I'm walking past, I've done reviews on all of these, so if you want to have a look through my Khao Lak playlist, feel free. And if you're looking for a decent quality resort stroke hotel that's on the beach, then you've got plenty of options to go at. You will notice if you come in high season, there's a huge difference in price between high and low season. You could be paying up to 2-3 times the price of low season. So low season, is kind of like May onwards. So we were here May, June, about 7 weeks earlier on this year. And we had some blisteringly beautiful sunny days. The temperature that time of year is stifling. The humidity is a killer. Doing this walk just along the beach, it's hard work. But now there's not as much humidity and it's much easier to go for a nice walk. So all these hotels we're passing now are all sat on a hillside. And it's not until Khao Lak flattens out that all the properties become flat. So if you are booking and you do have problems on your pins walking around, just be aware that when you're booking hotels, there's some quite steep slopes to walk up and down. Might not be the best option. This one here, I'm walking past now, has a buggy that takes you around. So you can just always call the buggy to your room and get them to whiz you up to reception or whatever. Yeah, came down here before and all these rocks were underwater. It's a very pleasant stroll today. It is actually nice that the sun's not actually blaring out. Just watching my foot in here. Oops. Just bear in mind, if you are going swimming and you are coming to these little bays like this, now the water's down, you can see where all the rocks are. And you get a lot of people just jumping in and not knowing where all these rocks are, and they are sharp. So I'd have a walk around first in low tide and check out the safe areas to go for a dip, because you don't want to come in on your first day of your holiday and end up with an injury. Oops. So the hotel we're just coming to now is the old Tui Hotel. Changed its name over to the Sentido. Stayed here in May. Had a lovely stay. Got some nice big pool and a lovely seafront area. They were just changing over branding when I was here last. Sorry if the camera looks a bit wobbly, I'm just being very careful where I'm putting my feet. So you hit the Sentido, right up there at the top. If you don't know, there is a swimming pool that overlooks the whole beach, which is lovely. One of my favourite beaches in the area. I could just sit here reading them for hours. It's really nice. If you are about this area, and yeah, I'll walk you through, keep your eye out when you get to this little lake in a moment for the biggest monitor lizard you've ever seen in your life. It's about the size of a small car. You think you've seen a big one until you see this. I'll just show you where it lives. I think it gets well fed at this restaurant here, that's why it's so big. Yeah, so it lives in this area here. There you go. And lengthwise, it's longer than the hammock. And when it's on its hind legs, it's about as high as the hammock as well. There you go, that's the Sentido, and all the pools are just set over the back and over in this direction over here. Just keep on walking. Yeah. Your flags. Only yellow flag today. I'll drop back down onto the beach in a moment. So I'm not filming everyone. Just so you know, these hotels don't have security at the front. High tide, it's the only way to walk along the beach area. You have to dip in and out of the hotels. The hotels don't mind. So if you're a bit nervous about entering another property, don't worry about it. It's the only way you can get from place to place via the beach when the tide's up. So like you see what I'm saying before, all this here now, the sand, and all these rocks would be under the water. You just can't see them in high tide. So just be careful. I'm a firm believer, if the water's not clear enough and I can't see what my feet are standing on, I'm not going in unless I've got my water shoes on. So it's impossible to get around this headland here in high tide, so you just cut along the path. There's another pretty little area here as well. Like I say, I've already done this walk in low season, but there's no one here. I just want to give people an idea what the difference is between high and low. So you can look at the two films. And you'll get a difference between how busy it is. It gets it really busy during Christmas. And the main season's January, February. And it tails off again in March. Main season starts end of October. And you pretty much tell, just look on Agoda or on booking.com, look at the hotel prices. One week you can get a room for £30 and the week after it's £200 for the same thing. There we go. Nice little monitor lizard. Just chilling, I'll point it out to you. Yawning, just there. There's about 5 or 6 that live around here. Stuff gets swept up and they all hang on these rocks here. And they all end up fighting over dead fish. That's the lighthouse. So I'll cut through this resort, get to the next one, and I'll call it a day. And I'm walking here before the waves are smashing up against it. I've had food here, sat down, been for a swim. This is quite a nice place to hang out. There you go. Nice infinity pool. Like I said, I've reviewed all these hotels in previous videos, so if you do want to troll through my playlist, feel free. So, surfing going on. Lots of sports. Seems to be some commotion going on here, so I think I'm going to cut the filming short. I think someone's had an accident, so we don't want to get that on camera. So I'll end the video just here. So thanks for watching. If you do like this kind of content, please do like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.